Grace and peace to the brothers and sisters at Northside Church of Christ. We are Paul and Stacy Herrington, missionaries at Haruna Church of Christ in Takasaki City, Japan. We came to Japan as part of the Helpers and Missions program through Memorial Road Church of Christ in Edmond, Oklahoma. We've been working alongside Brother and Sister Obata, who requested help with the work here. Brother Obata preached for over 40 years at the largest Church of Christ in Japan, and then retired to his hometown of Haruna 8 years ago and planted the Haruna Church of Christ. As we've been here for the past year and 8 months, we've come to know and love our brothers and sisters at this small congregation. And as we've come to love the people, we've also learned much about this culture. From a very young age, the Japanese are taught cultural traditions that come from Buddhism and the Shinto religion. This sets them up for a life of casual acceptance of idolatry. As they grow, the line between being Japanese, Buddhist, and Shinto soon disappears, and the Japanese are left feeling that many religious and idolatrous traditions are now part of their Japanese culture. This environment has convinced many people they have to stop being Japanese if they want to become Christians. The hope and love of God is needed here now more than ever. We've been blessed with the job of spreading that hope and love and have had a productive year in the Lord's service. Our work has been hard at times, but the Lord has always brought us new opportunities to work. Our primary work here has been teaching and preaching. I continue to work with Brother Obata to translate my sermons, and then I preach the last Sunday of each month in Japanese. Brother Obata and I are trying to mature the church body here in the knowledge of Christ and grow as His disciples. The Japanese language isn't easy, but with the Lord's help we are making progress. We continue to see our Wednesday children's class grow. We have 8 to 10 children coming every week to study about Jesus and the New Testament and learn a bit of English. I've been able to join Stacy in this work so that we can incorporate more activities and interactive learning. We also continue to visit the local kindergarten once a week to teach English and Bible songs. We've recently seen children join the Wednesday Bible class from these efforts. Last summer we started a special camp for the children in the area to work on their summer homework, and Brother Obata shared some wonderful Bible stories. With the help of the members, it was a great success. We celebrated the 7th anniversary of the church this past year in Haruna. This is an important year in the Japanese culture. Friends joined us from all over. Even Ryan and Samantha Corcoran came from Northside to help share in the celebration. We've had much to celebrate this past year, and even more to look forward to this year. We've been blessed these past few months with a Bible study with Ryosuke. He has been coming to the church with his girlfriend Rieko for the past 5 years and has recently decided he wants to study so that he can become a Christian. We have been friends with this couple since we arrived and praise God as we see their relationship growing together towards Him. We are also looking forward to the coming months to welcome a new member to our family, Titus James Kosuke Herrington. We are expecting him sometime around May 20th, and as we are so far away from our families, it has been such a blessing to be able to share this important event with our friends in Japan. It has opened many doors and relationships as neighbors and church members continue to help us. This year has brought great joy, but Japan is also experiencing a time of terrible sadness. March 11th, the greatest earthquake in Japan's recorded history, rocked the country and brought with it the terrible devastation of the tsunami. After moving Stacy and the baby to a safe location far from the fear of radiation, I spent a life-changing 12 days working with a team of Christians from Osaka and Kobe. We began our journey with a 14-hour drive to bring food and supplies to the tsunami victims. We brought fresh food, diapers, and survival supplies to areas where the needs were greatest. Along with these physical items, we tried to share Christ's peace through our personal testimony with the people there. We spent a lot of time listening to stories that would shock and haunt you, and as we took a piece of their fear and dread with us, we left them a piece of hope in the helping hand of Christ. And as you, my brothers and sisters, the body of Christ at Northside, look outward to the world this morning, I'd like to remind you of the words of Jesus in the Gospel of Matthew. When He saw the crowds, He had compassion for them, because they were harassed and helpless, like sheep without a shepherd. And then He said to His disciples, "The harvest is plentiful, but the laborers are few. Therefore, pray earnestly to the Lord of the harvest to send out laborers into His harvest." Thank you again for partnering in God's work in Japan, in the darkest hours when we most need the light. In the same way, let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven.